It's been a while since I have done a curly hairstyle or just let my hair go naturally curly. I just washed my hair. I got out of the shower. I put on a microfiber towel like this, wrapped it in that, and then I just combed it out to get any of the, just any knots or, just detangle it. And then I wanted to use some new products that I have been testing out, and I want to show them to you, and I want to show you the steps I take when I want to wear my hair curly. So if you have curly, thick hair like I do, you can kind of tell that I have sort of shoulder length hair. It is pretty thick, it's curly, it gets really frizzy. So I have been using the Bounce Curl High Definition Bundle. So it includes 2 products like this, and then this is their patent pending brush. It's the coolest thing ever. So let's just quickly walk through how I do my hair so that you can follow along if you want to, and hopefully this will help you if you have curly hair and you're trying to try something new, or you want to see how the Bounce Curl products work. I wash my hair. I use a 2-in-1 leave-in kind of product. This is it's called the Cloud Cleansing Cream from Seint. It is not a lathering product. It's like a cream shampoo. So I put like 8 pumps of this in my hair, rub it in with a scalp massager like this, and then I leave it in for maybe 5 minutes, wash my body, wash my face, whatever, then rinse it out. Then I'll go in with maybe 5 more pumps, leave it in my hair, kind of like a leave-in conditioner, rinse it out with cold water, and then I'm done. That's how I wash my hair, and I love this product because it's really good on keeping my hair just soft and not dry, and I love this product, so it's great. So that's what I use to wash my hair, and I've been using that since October, so quite a long time. So God, it'll be almost a year, so like 10 months I've been using that product. So what I'm doing is I'm sitting actually by my bathtub because I was in the shower and I was like, you know what, let's do my hair curly, and I need to do this video because I haven't done it and I've been meaning to do it for so long. Normally what I would do is get my hair totally soaking wet. I'd be in the shower and I'd use these products, but I'm gonna do this here now because I didn't want to think about it soon enough. And setting up in the shower and all that, not that much fun. So of the 2 products that I use from Bounce Curl, this is the Avocado Rose Oil Clump and Define Cream. It's medium moisture cream with light hold infused with Abyssinian and Moroccan rose oil. And this, they say, when you look at the information online, this could be used to refresh your curls on day 2 and day 3. It's like a leave-in product. I like to use it when my hair is soaking wet, which I'm going to show you in a minute. So this is the first product. And then the second product that comes in this bundle is the Light Hold Cream Gel. So it's a weightless gel, and this is for styling. It's weightless and it's a light hold for styling curls. And this again is, you can apply this with other Bounce Curl products, and I put this on when my hair is wet as well. The last thing in the bundle that I got, or you can get this alone as a single item, is the Define Lift Brush. This is patent pending from this brand Bounce Curl. It has these curl defining little fingers right here on the top and the side, and then these bristles so that when you pull your hair through it, it clumps your hair and defines your curls. It's really cool. And then on this end, it has a kind of like the end of a comb, so you can clump your hair like that or section your hair off like that. So it's a really cool brush. I think there's 2 that you can choose from on the site. I picked this one, and they come in different colors, but I love the idea of being able to define your curls with these 2 different ends. It's really cool. I'm going to show you how it works. Let's get started. I'm going to wet my hair, and I'm going to show you how I use the products to define my hair, and then it's up to you how you like to either air dry or maybe you like to diffuse. I'll show you my 2 diffusers and what I like to do. So let's get started. I'm going to use these 3 products and show you how it works for me. I like to fully soak my hair, as you just saw, And then I will go into the first product, which is the avocado rose oil, excuse me. And I like to take a pretty decent amount in my hands. So maybe like that. I like my hair to be really wet, and I comb my fingers through my hair like this to get all the product within my hair. And I like to plop my hair like this, and you can hear how wet my hair is. And I might add just a little bit more because my hair is dry. This is a really great moisturizing cream. And so I'll do that like this. And again, I'm just running my fingers through my hair to make sure I get it all sort of throughout. And then like this. And this brush, this EdgeLift Brush, says it's not meant to detangle your hair. So you'll want to detangle your hair before you use it. And then I'll go into the Light Hold Cream Gel. Now I have pretty curly hair. You can kind of see it's coming now. My hands are soaking wet, but you can see I'm using a pretty good amount. And you can always go in and add more, but that's about how much I put in. And that's probably, what, a 50-cent piece. And oh, it smells really good. It smells really good. And again, rubbing my fingers through my hair and plopping it like this. Now, I don't like, there's some more, I can feel sort of more product up here, so I want to move it through my hair like this. I just want to make sure it's all over. Now, I normally do this in the shower and then get out like this. Now, you have to plop it like this, you know, just scrunch it into your hair like that. And then that's pretty good. And you can see how wet it is. It's dripping, right? So I'm just going to take this towel, put it around my back, and then kind of flip it over. So that is what it normally looks like when I get out of the shower. So now I am going to show you how I'm going to section the hair and use this EdgeLift Brush to get more curl. Now, right now, it's pretty good. Like I could leave it like this and not use the brush, but I've got the brush and I want to use the brush. So let's do that next. For some reason, I find it's easier to do this when I'm standing because I was sitting there by the bathtub. I'm going to take the edge of the brush, just going to do a section off my hair like this. And I'm going to put a hair clip up here like that. You can see that my hair is pretty curly already, and it does have kind of curl families already forming. And if you're new to curly hair, that just means that hair kind of clumps together in like their little families. So that's what's happening right here. But let's just do a little section at a time. And you can add more product if you think you need it. So what I would do is just take the brush like this and rub or run it through my hair like that. And see how it creates this, like these, like perfectly segmented curl families like that. And you can just scrunch it up like that. So I'm just gonna go around my head and do that. Just section it off in little groups like this. You can go through it a few times if you want, like this, and then just pull it through like that so that it clumps your hair together and then sort of brushes it on the other end like that. See how that does that? And then you just wanna give it, and you can hear, can you hear the hair is pretty wet like that? And then just go around and do the rest of your hair. And you could do smaller clumps if you want, I mean smaller groups, but and you can kind of loosen it as you go. Now my hair is pretty thick, so it's holding, and you can do that. Just scrunch it, and then I'm going to go to the other side like this. Now I might have segmented, didn't section off smaller sections, but you get the idea. So I'm just going to do this side, and then a lot of people like to just loosen it like that. So I'm just going to keep going around my head and see if you can see it. Now I could take, for example, I could take this whole big section like this, if I wanted to, and then go both ways. But I think it's better to do smaller ones, but that's a good way to sort of get it started. But you see how it's like too big now? So what I'm gonna do is do it in a smaller section like this. Pull it up like that. I can't see, there's a mirror over there, so now I have to look at this side to see. And then curl it up. So my hair is pretty wet, but you can see how the curls are forming like this. That. Okay, I'm gonna finish the rest of it. Well, you know what, I'll do a little bit more here on this side because you can see this side better. So take it a little bit down. And again, my hair is still really wet, right? And here's a section right here. Gonna go in. Now my hair is a little bit fuzzy from combing my fingers through it. Combing my hair. There it is. See how it creates these like really pretty soft curls? And you can hear the moisture is still, the wetness is still in there. So that's a really good example. So smaller the clumps is probably better, the smaller the sections. Okay, now where's that one? Right here, I think. This one. I like to kind of brush it a few times just to get it smooth so that I'm gonna have smooth curls. And I think that's the goal, right? We wanna have soft, smooth, non-frizzy curls. So I'm just gonna pull it through like that. I'm gonna kind of shake it, and then I'm gonna curl those clumps up like that. Okay, great. Now, if you want, you could add more of that curling cream at the end. So I'm just gonna finish this up and do little sections around my head. And this is just so cool, right? I mean, I love this brush. I was so excited when I saw it. I thought, okay, this is just like the coolest thing ever. You can kind of hear how it has a little bit of tangle, not really tangle, but it's not smooth. And this is just gonna get it just so smooth and like perfect little curls. So I like to sort of shake it off and then scrunch it up like that. Okay, I'm gonna go and finish the rest of my hair, and then I'll be back to show you what the whole head looks like. So far, that's where we are. And then, you know what, let me show you what it looks like just on this side for comparison. So I haven't done this side right here, right? So you can see the difference right there. So let me do the rest of my hair and I'll be right back. All finished. I just did the last of the defining with the EdgeLift Brush. And I'm just scrunching it up. It is still really wet, and because I want to make sure that I have very good soft frizz-free curls, I'm just going to go back into the light hold, add a little bit of this cream gel just so that I can lock it in. So I'm just going to rub it like this, and I'm just going to lightly like go over my hair like that, kind of like not praying hands, but kind of, and I'm just gonna scrunch it through my hair like that. Now I'm gonna let it air dry a little bit before I go in and diffuse it. It's really wet, but I like that because the moisture and the wetness is what's gonna keep the curls defined and soft and hopefully frizz-free with this product. So I'll leave it like that. Then the last thing I'm gonna do before I sort of let it go is I'm gonna take a little claw clip and I'm just gonna put that up here. So A, it doesn't fall in my face when I'm walking around doing things while I'm letting it air dry, but also just to get a little height up here as it dries. Now, I have two different diffusers that I like to use, which I will come back and show you. We may diffuse a little bit. So this is the Dyson and this is the diffuser that goes on here. Really like this. I use this a lot. The other one I have is the Shark FlexStyle. This is the Shark FlexStyle. You can make it go like that, so you can add on different stylers. So this is the diffuser styler that locks right in. This has these really great airflow little fingers, and you can make them go up or down depending on what you like. So I really like this. I like that it has more space to put your curls, and you can kind of lay them in there. Whereas this is a lot shorter, as you can see, but this is also just a great hair dryer. So I prefer this one for diffusing my hair because of these airflow fingers. The air comes in through here as well, and you can really go in like this and hold your hair like that. So I'm just gonna let it air dry. I'm gonna come back in a little bit when it gets a little bit drier and then finish up, and you can see the final results. That was about an hour since I last saw you. My hair is not as wet. You can not hear the water as much in it, but I'm getting antsy and I want to get it done because we have a bunch of things we want to do. So I am going to go in with the Shark diffuser. I spoke about that just a minute ago with you, and these fingers with the airflow I like the most. So let's turn this on. I'm going to do it on a low heat and kind of a medium airflow, and I'm just going to push my hair up into it so that it can lock in those curls and dry them lightly. If you want to skip ahead to the next chapter, I will be fast forwarding this part. I'll have no volume on, and you can meet me at the other end, and hopefully it will dry my hair and it won't take very long. That is pretty dry. And you can see the definition in the curls is pretty good. This is, I can still feel dampness in some of the curls, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this finish air drying. Let's just see what it looks like. You can see some of these are a little damp right down here, but that's okay. And I just tried to get in here in my scalp to dry it. So I'm gonna take this little clip again, just sort of hold it up there to give a little height. And then I'm just gonna let it go. It's not crusty or, you know, has that cast in it. It's pretty soft, which I really, really like. And I could go back in and add some more of the product if I want, but for now, I'm just gonna let it dry a little bit more. But this is how I like it. It's really working. Now there's a few little funny pieces like right here. I could go in with a curling iron, but I don't usually do that. That is something that you could do. You could have a long, thin barrel or two different sizes and just pick a few pieces that need that extra curl. But for me, this is great. And let me just take it down so you can see, because this is pretty much the end result of it. I do have some sort of bangs here, longer layers right there, which I like. So this is the final result of using those two products and the EdgeLift Brush. I do have, some fuzzies up here. I could go in and dampen them a little bit with the spray water bottle. I could go in also with some more of the styling cream. Like right here, I can sort of feel like it's a little bit fuzzy, but that's normal for my hair. And because I haven't been doing my hair curly consistently, it's gonna take a little while for my curls to stay together, get better at being curly, and you have to be consistent with it to have curly hair. And I have not been consistent because I've been drying my hair straight. If you're new here, I do usually do straight styling. I like wearing my hair straight. It's just easier because then it lasts much longer. I can maintain it through the week until my next wash day. When I do it curly, I have to do a little bit more fussing with it. And I think I said earlier, my second, third, and fourth day with curly hair is a little bit harder for me to handle. You could just wet your hair and start over, which I could do as well, or I could use the spray bottle, spray it down, add some more of the cream, and then work it in and let it air dry or diffuse it again. So there's lots of different ways to get your hair curly again, but I always find if I just have it straight, I can just like push it back, put it in a ponytail and not worry about it. But that being said, it is hot and humid here in Florida, and it's really nice to be able to have my hair curly and get back into it as far as getting those curls retrained. The last thing I'm gonna do is go in with the Heavenly Hair Gloss, add that. You know what, I could even do that now and show you. It's kind of a very lightweight oil, and I can use a lot because having curly hair, your hair is usually, let's see, it's very kind of like slick and oily, but it dries light and it's not heavy, and it's just going to give moisture and some sheen to my hair. And it's really great if you have little flyaways like up here, it's going to help with those. So if I just go in and scrunch this into my hair like this, it's just going to help with holding that curl and then just minimize the dryness and maybe some of those flyaways. So you can kind of do that praying technique where, you know, kind of flat it down like that and then scrunch it back up. So there's that. And then for these pieces in here, I can kind of scrunch them up like that. Again, not 100% dry, but my hair takes forever to dry. So I'm just gonna let it dry a little bit longer. And see right here, this little part right here, kind of have to work on that, but that's fine. That's what curly hair does. And you have to kind of embrace that frizz, that curl that's not so perfect. That's it. So if you're new here, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. I have tons of hair and makeup videos. I don't always do curly, but I do have a lot of videos on straightening curly hair, thick hair, and using different kinds of heat styling tools and all the likes. Thank you so much for being here. Leave a comment below. What kind of products do you use? Do you have curly hair? Do you have thick hair? Do you have thin hair? What works best for you? I'm always looking for new products, new heat tools, different things to try, and I would love to know what you're using. So thanks so much for being with me today in this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.